So, start of the 2018 season. And first camp. Starting out and just getting up high. Seeing what I can see. I've already seen quite a bit on my way up here, but figure I'll continue up the mountain. I'm just another 700 feet to the very top, so just 10 yards from a black bear. Saw a ton of elk. Not a lot of big bulls. It's still early. There's one 6-point. He's probably close to 300, but he wasn't even doing a lot of the rutting activity. There was a pretty big 5-point that was making a lot of noise, but Joseph's actually down in the hole and gonna get ready to take on those most likely in the morning. But just got set up. It's middle of the day, so might take a little snooze for an hour or two and then get up on top and see what I see for the evening and come back, sleep, go back in the morning up there again and hopefully see something that is worth dropping off of this to go get. Otherwise, it'll just be up to Joseph. So, be a chance. I mean, that's a pretty good bull down there. I would shoot it, but I'm not gonna just drop down in right away without checking to see what else is going on around here. Figure it's better to know what's going on in the whole area, so. But, yep. Just got the bow, it's ready to go. Pack. Giant tripod. So, we're ready to go. Just go to sleep for a second and then go find some more stuff.
Well, it looks like I chose the right spot to set up camp. Within the first hour, I had already had 2 bulls. This is the second one. Both legal bulls within range. And yeah, this one's the second of the 2. The first one is a little bit smaller than this one. And I kind of let my guard down because they came in 100% silent. And so I just didn't think anything of it. I was just getting some video because I knew they weren't big enough to shoot. And all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by cows and calves, and they're 5 to 10 yards away from me. And then a big bull comes out behind them, which you'll see in a second. It's only about 40-45 yards to this big bull, and I just can't pull back my bow with all these elk watching me. Yeah, if I didn't get video of these other 2 and maybe paid a little bit more attention, I probably could have been in better position, had more cover, and probably gotten a shot on this bull. And it's probably the biggest mistake I made all hunting season. And it happened within the first hour and a half of the season. So that's elk hunting, though. This big bull, I've seen him in previous years, the previous 2 years. I named him Nemo because he usually is in a place I like to call the fish tank. And he's an awesome bull this year, and it's not the last time you'll see him in this video. But it was my best chance at him all year, and it, came out of nowhere. And, just how it works sometimes. So I definitely prefer, to be pulling back at this moment rather than, holding a camera. But like I said, there are cows on both sides of me that are just out of view, that are just staring me down. And so I, made the decision to just hold the camera and, not move, not scare the cows before I could see the bull fully. So just kind of made the sacrifice and, trying to force a shot or force a opportunity, um, and just get video instead this time. And like I said, I should have been able to do better. I just put myself in a spot to get, some video of those two little bulls that, I was in a better position before, moving to get to where I am where I'm taking this video from. So just, like I said, kind of sad. Well, as good as opening weekend was for me, I had to pack up my camp and leave Nemo and go help my brother Will, who was solo hunting in a different location. Got a message from him saying he needed help getting something out, and that definitely takes priority over, uh, you know, my own hunt. We got to make sure to get animals out, and that's what I'm noticing is a pretty big challenge. But when you have to, uh, endure if you're gonna solo hunt, and you just got to be ready to go help. Your other brothers if they are able to get some. You kind of have to just leave everything and go help them get it out. So it was a good time though. We got a couple elk selfies on the way in on just a couple little legal bulls, but nothing that I was looking to pursue.
All right, last load of Williams elk. It's me and William today, and William is gonna take the rest. There's just a little bit more meat that we put down in a nice cool place, and we are going to go pick that up. I've got all of William's camp in here, and obviously his head, and we're gonna head out. So, time to go. Alright, well, just had a pretty nice 5x6 come right here, 15 yards. Might even have been just a little bit closer, but he's definitely within 20. He was just right here. This opening came just right through here. Wasn't beautiful, wasn't talking. It was just got to the right spot and was waiting. Anyway, so would have got video of it, but with how the last couple days were going, I was actually considering shooting him. He was massive, pretty big bull. Would have been my third biggest archery bull. Well, third biggest bull total, I guess. The fifth he was basically a 5.0. He just had good main beams and good mass throughout, so that's the only reason I was considering shooting him. Otherwise, I just, in hindsight now, I just wish I would have videoed him instead of pulling back on him. But I'm just wondering now if he's a satellite bull and there's a herd bull around me. But it's weird, I'm just not hearing any bugles. That's why I changed up my strategy today, and so now it's just a matter of it's not easy to kill him. I don't know how I'm gonna kill a herd bull. If he's not talking, if if he's not being a little territorial. So basically, that's what I'm looking at. Just passed on another good bull. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I was considering shooting him because the way this year's been looking, but I don't know, I think within the next week it'll probably start picking up and maybe some of these elk will be talking, but if they don't, I'll probably, just have to settle for something like that bull maybe. So, but yep, another great opportunity on an elk, and you can't complain about that. And several of the elk, I've walked straight into them in this place, and that's one thing I've noticed is I've gotten within 15, 20 yards of cows. I don't know where the big bull is. There should be a big bull with these cows. But I've walked within 15, 20 yards of these cows, and they're just still feeding. And I just have to hold still for like 30 minutes, trying not to scare them. So that's kind of been the story of this trip, is I find some cows, and for some reason I'm only finding the cows that don't have bulls, and or small bulls. And so I don't know. That's what I'm hoping, to find on my way out is some cows with a big bull. And hopefully he's vocal. If not, makes it a lot harder, but we're going to give it a try nonetheless. We're going to go hunting. That's what it's about. But it's turned into a nice day. The last couple days have been windy and cold. And yeah, so it's never as much fun to hunt in that. But today's like perfect. It's not too warm. It's not too cold. If anything, it's a little cooler than warm. And so that's kind of where I like to hunt in, because you can hike without sweating so much. So that's the plan. It's a long synopsis of just my thoughts for the day and for the trip. And, I hope to update you with news that I got a bull. But with my standards being so dang high this year, it's not an easy thing to make happen. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. But if I find a bull bugling, game's on. Game's on. We've got a bull that we just started hearing. He's a ways away, but we're going to move in nice and slow. And at least try to get him on the camera first. We don't have to hunt tonight. We just want to see him and hear him and go from there.
After getting out of that area that I spent several days in, I went out to resupply and I met up with Joseph, who told me he got into some elk that were going. And so we decided to go in together and see if we could make something happen. And that's exactly what we did.
Joseph just stuck a bull. Called him right in. He came running in. Smoked. One lung. The arrow's still in him. That's right. That bull. He came running. I couldn't get to the edge of the tree. I know. I got right to the tree. I wanted to set up at it. I look and he's at the middle. He's same size as my bull last year. Really? 10 yards. I couldn't. Yeah. I wish I'd have gotten on video. But I was trying to get it out. If he kept coming, it would have been 4 yards. Yeah. Quartering too, slightly. All my pins were on his heart. Yeah. I was like, can't fast on
Come on. That's actually right. Oh, that's so freaking good. Dude. He's dead. He's dead. Oh, I know. Middle of the body. Yep. One lung at least. I mean, he was quartering two pretty. Yeah. I put it right through his shoulder. Sure. I went in his shoulder. And when he ran, Darrow's, my broadhead sticking out of him that far. Oh, was it sweet? Buried. Yeah. Dude, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, dude. Let's get another tag notch, dude. Another kill with this bow. I mean, when I saw him, I was like, oh, dude, he's small. Oh, dude, he's coming. I'm sure. He was ambitious, dude. You can't pass on him. Oh, he's ambitious like that. Especially right where he's at. As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, man. Biggest, small 6. Probably 5. Oh, yeah, piece of 5. He's close to the one I shot last year. He's coming. He's still coming. I was like, oh, crap. I'm going to have to shoot him. I only had about 10 seconds of him being behind the tree. He was that close. I know. The tree's right here. I know. Tree like that. I'm like, I know. When I saw him where he was, I was like, I'm right across. And I kept like slow moving back, like so he'd know I'm back here. Dude, I'm so stoked. Like to kill another bull with my bow. Like, it's huge. No, that's why I say this does not happen like this. No, that was me money. 3 weeks we've hunted our balls off, trying to get close to elk like that. And these ones, yeah, just him bugling like that. Dude. And honestly, like so. Just to recap, just obviously the camera wasn't on earlier. Let me back up. What? Coach, why did I shoot that bull? Because you can't. It's a bull. You can't pass up Montana public land elk until you've killed a bunch. You can't pass up on that opportunity. If you want to kill a bull. And honestly, he's a little bigger than the one last year. I saw him. He's a step up. He's wider. But, so to recap, we got into this sweet spot. I was in here a couple days ago. It was rain. It rained me out. I knew there were elk in here. It's just the right place to be. You found a spot that it was like primed. You knew it was primed and it was going to be ready at any moment. Yeah. And I was like, man, that spot is going to produce an elk this year. Like, that's what I knew it. I knew it would produce an elk. There was a reason why we decided to come here, is it felt right. It just felt like it was the time. Oh, and we got in here late tonight. Perfect, though. We knew. We got in, we set up our camp, and we had an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes to hunt. But we weren't even 25-30 minutes into hunting, we could hear the bull bugling, like, pretty far away from us, like, he wasn't close. And we get stopped by a cow and a spike. That we just sat there for 30 minutes and let the rest of daylight wane. Yeah. We just gave up. We were like, all right, let's back out. Just come back at him. But I just wanted to let out one bugle. 30 yards behind us, and he's like, I'm going to bugle. Bugles. The bull I just smoked just bugles back 100 yards away, coming at us. Like, I'm going to eat you. I had to run back in here to get cover, and Joseph set up right nice. And he's halfway across. Yeah, Joseph set up right here, and he's already running in. The bull's halfway across the meadow, and I look back at my crap, and he's not back far enough. No, I was trying. I see Nick moving in the trees. Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah. And that bull, the only thing, if you see this group of trees right here, Nick was behind that. Yep, I was hiding behind these. I could see him, the bull didn't. I know. And that's the only reason he kept coming. Because if you were right there and he could see, he would have turned and gone. I know, that's why I did it. Dude, we freaking got another bull down. Yeah, baby. I'm so stoked. No, it's huge. It's huge. Listen, here's the thing though. This is the biggest thing. Is we're hearing these bulls, but the fact that they have cows, the fact that they're actually surrounded by elk, makes I'm gonna be still hunting, but it doesn't give me a good chance of killing one. Not at all. It's gonna take us just keep being in the right spot, and hopefully I get a shot, but it won't be no 10-yard shot. Honestly, dude, I thought, but before we left, I was like, crap, dude, there's so many elk in here. Look at the sign. There's a lot of elk. There's a lot of cows, a lot of small bulls. To get close to that one, that dragon down there. Yeah. It's the odds of getting close to him. It's hard. We couldn't even get close to him to see him tonight. Yeah, no, that's what we were trying his face off. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do is. So, how do you go through this much elk country to get to him tomorrow morning without spooking all the elk? Well, exactly. You can't. Exactly. No, that's why I say it'll take an opportunistic like push, like 200-yard push, get like semi-close. But no matter what you do, you're gonna have to risk scaring the whole group of elk if you go after a big one. And this one, he's around the outskirts. We can take care of him.
And truthfully, like, honestly, it's funny because when he was coming in, I was like, I have the option to shoot this elk.
Yes, you did.
I have this option. I could pass on him, or I could shoot him.
Yep.
And the fact of the matter is,
You make that
as
decision.
much as I want to, as much as I know, maybe there's a chance you can get closer to a little bit bigger bull.
It's nothing like that. That was beautiful.
That's the size bull I passed on opening day.
Yeah, but that's the situation, like where he's coming in and
It's
like,
beautiful.
yes.
His name is Beautiful Maximus.
I don't know about that, but I like it
The
because
mustache has become the bull stache. I love
dude,
it.
he's moving down again.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, it honestly where they're at is perfect because I think if we actually were to come a
I don't
different
know.
way,
Yeah, this way's better.
it is to get because the
But it's noisy though. It's so stinking noisy.
I mean,
That's why I
and
went
there's
this way.
elk all over. Dude, we walked right past him. He was right there.
Yeah, I know.
We walked.
Well, you saw how slow we walked in here. We snuck in here. It was not easy getting in the
We
middle
didn't
of
even
this.
scare squirrels. The squirrels weren't even chirping at us. Like that's how slow we went.
No, that was, and that's the way I see that is, yeah, like you're saying, not the biggest bull ever. You passed on one similar in size, but the way he answered right back, he came right in. There's a difference in that and just walking up on a crap
Honestly,
on little
when
bull.
I first saw him, I was like, I'm passing on that bull. When he was halfway across the meadow, I was like, I'm not passing on that.
That's because he came in so quick.
He just on a string, like on a freaking string. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I'm so excited to see him, dude, and you know,
He's
just
dead right up there.
I think so too.
If I didn't try to get another arrow in him and he didn't see me,
Yeah.
he would have fallen in the meadow.
Probably you should let him.
Like he
Dude.
was.
I was
his
videoing him.
legs were going out.
I know. I would have videoed him, dude. Dude, mother. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, I'm so happy.
I know. There's
Such
nothing
a
like it. There's nothing like it, dude. There's nothing like a bull coming in like that.
And to know, like, okay, I shot through this right here. That's what I shot through. That, and I was like, when I pulled back, I was like, I hope he's tall enough. I hope he's tall enough that his vitals are in between those two branches. And honestly, they were. Like, it's awesome. Like, you can't describe the feeling because, like, the work we put in has been crazy.
It's been we've explored.
We-
This is an exploration.
exploring, solo hunting for weeks,
Yep. Just learning new stuff.
and trying to find elk that were like, this is.
This is it.
Dude.
This is it, though. We found it.
You know what I was thinking when we were driving out? Right, when we were driving out today, I was like, dang, it's a little earlier than I shot my bull last year, but we're driving out at the exact same time. We're going to a similar spot. We're going to get there at a similar time. And from 4 hours from leaving the house, we're going to have a bull on the ground.
Just like last year.
Just like last year. And honestly, it's that hard. Like, we've worked weeks.
And then it's
And then
easy.
in 4 hours, we hike a mountain and kill a bull. Like, that. It happens that fast. It's crazy.
No, it can.
This is good.
And then that's the thing. Like, I spent 3 whole days doing this exact same thing in a different spot. And it just was too early. It was just too early. They weren't doing anything. And that's exactly it. It's just about timing. It's about this, like you're saying, the situation starts unfolding, and you're like, nope, not shooting it. Nope, it's not going to happen. And then all of a sudden, it's within range. You have your bow back, and you say, yes. And you shoot.
You meet antlers, whatever it is, finishing a hunt, completing the act of like reaching that goal.
Yep.
Right. I mean, you have this goal every year.
And you decide, I'm going to take it right now. This is it.
Every year, you're like, I want to shoot a bull, and it could be a 330-inch bull. It could be you could have your sights set on a spike. For all it matters, like you have that goal. I want to do something, and bow hunting's freaking hard.
It's not easy.
It ain't easy. Like
Not on public land.
public land, Montana, like it's freaking hard. It is, and the reason that we love it so much is because it's a challenge. If it wasn't a challenge, we'd hate it.
Yeah,
why would you beat your feet up? And I mean, go buy a T-bone at the. Really, I mean, we love it,
Yep. It's everything.
and we always will love it.
It's everything.
We love it because it's hard. It's brutal. I don't know how many miles this is yet, but I can tell you the incline that we've done this year, for that bull, I might call him incline.
His antlers
incline.
His antlers go straight up.
They do, and straight out. They're like, I'm trying to be big.
All right. Well, we're going to start making our way back a little bit, so we're not as close to these elk, because we're not that far from where we saw them. So we're stoked, though. We're excited. We'll video more as we go. But that's the update. We are feeling good. Oh,
Let's go over to where I shot.
okay.
My back. This is it. I mean, he might have been 15 yards, but I shot right through these branches right there.
Yeah.
He's actually right here.
He came right across this.
So when he went right behind this tree, right?
You drew.
Dude, was that right? No, I was right here. I was right here. As soon as he went behind this tree, I pulled back. I waited, and he paused. As soon as he paused, boom.
Yeah, I heard him. So good hit.
Oh, it was shoulder. It was the edge of that shoulder.
Yeah.
Smashed right through it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's dead right there.
I believe 100%. He's not even 50 yards in those trees.
No. He's dead.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep. I'm stoked. All
He
right.
didn't go anywhere.
All right. Okay. All right. So this is just 50 yards from where he got shot, and this is where he went into the trees. But we saw a little bit of the blood, and there's bubbles in it. So we think he's just right in here, close. So here we go. I mean, he's got to be.
This is trash.
Yeah. Dude, I see his eye. There he is.
You see him?
Yep, I see him. Yep, get up there. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he didn't make it far in here at all. I mean, this elk.
He's the exact same as my bull last year.
Is he really?
Yeah, the exact same.
He is. He's got more mass.
Oh my gosh.
Here it
He's
is.
the exact same. He's smaller than my bull last year.
He's smaller. Hey,
He's an elk, dude. We killed one. Oh my gosh.
that's what I'm talking about.
See? I told
Yeah,
you.
you
Money shot.
freaking lasered him.
He didn't go
Blew
anywhere.
right through him, dude.
He didn't stand a chance.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't even make it 75 yards.
Oh my gosh.
Died within a minute.
He's the exact same.
He really is, dude.
My bull last year's twin.
Turn him. Turn him real quick. Oh, yeah.
He's a 4-point. What the freaking crap?
He's a 4.
I shot a 4x5.
Yes, you did. He was a very eager 4x5. Talking about. We'll still hunt the big ones.
Oh my gosh. He's a weenie.
Thank you for killing a bull that is going to be not extremely difficult to back out.
We can back it out tonight. That's a joke.
That is a joke because we have camp. Well, I mean, we could get him out tonight. It would just be pointless.
Dude, do you know how many elk I've killed with a bow within 100 miles of this? All 3 of them.
All 3 of them, yeah. No, this is it. This is your bull this year. Notching your tag. Like you said, you passed on a couple like this earlier in the
I just
year.
wish he had a small second on this side too.
Listen, he was more massive on that side.
Frick, dude.
But Nitram takes out another bull in clean fashion, I might add. And listen,
The cleanest fashion.
that's what I'm saying. You
Look, at the beginning of the year, that's what we wanted. We wanted to see a bull drop.
and we would have.
We would have if I didn't,
Try to get a
get
second
another
arrow.
arrow in him. Which
Yeah.
I don't blame myself for that. You always got to try to get a second arrow if you can. But I mean, he got 30 yards in here and died.
Yeah,
so
it's nowhere.
He went 60, 70 yards.
Yep, nothing.
You can't ask for anything else.
No, he was dead within literally a minute.
You can't ask for anything else, man.
I
You
love
could
it.
hope for something else, a bigger bull or whatever, but we killed one. That's all that matters.
Listen, we're eating good tonight.
Oh, dude, we're doing tenderloin.
That sounds so stinking
Holy
good.
shiz, dude, we're doing it. We've never done this.
I know. It's because we're always way too far back, and we usually just don't kill them at night. We kill them in the day, and then we work all day to get them out. So, Joseph got a bull, a public land bull, and moral of the story is, sometimes you're ready to shoot, and sometimes you do it, and it works out good. And like we've said before, it's never easy. I mean, we did everything right in this scenario. We didn't do anything wrong, and made it easy for Joseph to make a shot. And got him real close, and you can't complain about that. It's better than sending an arrow at a big bull at at a farther distance and hitting a limb. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. So I'm just glad nothing went wrong. We got another bull. Joseph's third with a bow, and he's just going to keep adding to that total as the years come. So
They're going to get a little bigger than this.
of course. Listen, that's the thing, is it's just a progress, This is still top 3 bull for you.
Top 2.
Top 2. Yeah, so it's exciting.
I need this one right there.
We're just going on a little journey here.
I'll burn these after you.
We're in the little tenderloin experience.
Get one, and I'm going to
Got them just kind of, it's a whole elk tenderloin. And the elk we got tonight. Ooh, brought some seasoning in. We are excited, to say the least.
It's a long time coming. A long time coming on this. Oh, jeez.
Okay, seriously, this tenderloin is hitting the spot. We are just slow cooking a bunch of these pieces.
Oh. There's something about...
Let me tell you, it's edible, man. That is the stuff.
We're going to use like 1/10 the seasoning next time.
Well, we put them on. We should cut it up into pieces before using it,
Yeah.
Tastes fine to me.
Need no man.
I'm just not sure that you are that independent woman who needs no man to help you.
Just pray for me. Turn on my sacrum. Okay, listen. Got this great piece of wood
I like your technique.
to leverage.
Your technique's good.
I don't need no man.
Oh, you did it! You did it!
I got it.
Well, as we wrapped up Joseph's hunt and got his elk out and taken care of, he went back home, and it was time for me to go out and do some more solo hunting. Went to another new spot, and didn't take long to find the elk and get in the middle of them. So after watching these elk a couple miles away, actually, this is through a spotting scope that I'm videoing this. Just so happens that I was in the right spot and noticed that they were kind of coming my direction. So the biggest problem I had was that they were walking with the wind in their favor, just winds blowing straight at them. So I couldn't set up in an ideal spot. Because of that, I kind of had to, take a secondary location that had the wind, a little bit more favorable, so it wouldn't blow straight at, 75 elk or however many elk were coming down at me. But there's a lot of elk, and they were all moving, and so I couldn't very well just sit there with the wind blowing straight at them. So I had to pick a less than advantageous spot, but yeah, a lot of those little bulls that you see in the video actually were within range, just 35 yards, between 30 and 40. Most of them, uh, came right in front of me, and couldn't video it because I was trying to get a shot, hoping the big bull was going to follow them. And so I put the video camera down, and it was recording, but it's just a lot of nothing because I couldn't move when it's just sitting there. So yeah, they walked right below me. Could have shot 6 or 7, maybe more, little legal bulls, but none of them were impressive. The big one just so happened to be on the other side of the little trees, just 10 yards farther, but no shot on him. So just the way it goes sometimes. So followed the elk down the mountain a ways and watched as the fog rolled in and set the stage for a majestic couple days in the mountains.
Fog's rolling in. I got some bulls worked up down here, like 300, 400 feet. Some are a little closer, like in descent, maybe like a half mile down there. No, not that far. Close though. Tried to get them bunched up and then get out of there before it got too dark and I was scared them on my way out. There's a little bull, like 70 yards and coming at me, so I had to leave. But the fog's rolling in, it's kind of cool looking.
This bull just kept getting closer and closer. I didn't do anything to attract him. I was just hiding out inside my tent and pressed record on the video camera when I figured he was coming straight at me. Looks like he was trying to get out of the wind as well. But yeah, he got definitely within 10 or 20 yards of my tent before it's all said and done. And made for a, hair raising night trying to sleep with that going on. after what transpired at night with that bull getting super close to me, I knew I was in a prime position for the morning, and it didn't disappoint. I was hearing them from the moment I woke up, and got out there before light and was ready to go. And it was an awesome day, one of the best I had all year. had a lot of opportunities similar to this one this year. As the year's starting to wind down, it was just another good memory that I was able to experience out in the mountains. Had this bull, brought him right in, 10 yards, pulled back on him, just wasn't big enough. So he gets to live just like all those other bulls that I did similar things to. The nice thing about this bull was I was at least able to get video after I let my bow down, which I wasn't able to do on most opportunities that are similar to this one. But I mean, it was a really good year, and as it started to wind down, it's really easy to appreciate these moments, even though I didn't take this animal, and it's awesome getting video of it.
Absolutely insane morning. Had a 5 pointed 10 yards pull back. I didn't know how big he was when I pulled back. Held my bow back forever because I didn't want him to spook. Because the bigger bull was behind him a couple hundred yards. So I held it back forever. But finally let it down when he turned away. But he was still 20 yards when I did that. So he was within shooting range for at least 15 minutes. I mean, he just slow walked away. I know this. The herd bull was following a cow. He was starting to come in, but every time he was trying to come in, I think, a little bull around him was trying to take cows, and so he just kept moving up instead of coming in. Right up. He's just right up there now. There's elk below. There's elk down here where these came from. There's kind of elk everywhere in a good spot, but just not big enough. But they're bugling. It's been such a fun morning, but my battery's about to die, so that bow's still looking for a chance to shoot. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
So, just to wrap up this video, there's going to be one more clip of Nemo, and very hard bull to lay eyes on at the end of the year, but I was close to him a lot, and most of the time I was close to him, I wasn't videoing. I was trying to get him, and so not a lot of video. This is the last video I get of him for the year, but not the last time I saw him. After this video, the next day I was snuck in on him in his bed and got 45 yards from him. He never even saw me. There was just a little tree in my way. There's like a bunch of little trees, like 3 or 4 of them, and there was a cow and and a little bull on this side of the trees, and I just never got a shot at him. I was 60 yards from him a different time, and again, no shot opportunity. But he wasn't the only big bull that I was close to throughout the year. There was several others that I was within shooting range of a couple different occasions, and just same kind of situation where it takes a lot to go right to get a shot at an elk, and just one thing to go wrong. And a lot of these instances, it was just one thing that wasn't in my favor. So, just the way it goes.
Oh, there he is. It's Nemo, in case you're wondering. He won the fight. There's a nice 6 that he beat. Pushed him straight into a tree. This bull's gonna get his butt kicked here in a second. These bulls are not messing around. He's a lot bigger body-wise than that bull. Breaking a tree on. Oh, there he is. Bet that other 6 points wanted to come back.
I was really happy to see how much video we were able to get this year, considering a lot of it was done solo hunting, and it's a lot harder to get video when you're by yourself. And yeah, this is just some of it. I didn't put it all in, had to cut some down so that it wasn't a couple hours long. But this is the best of it, and it really shows just a little bit of everything that you can experience while hunting: the highs, the lows, the mistakes, the good times when you're able to get an elk on the ground, and the emotions that come with it, and the hard work that is there as well. And just really, really an amazing year for us, and just no complaints. Just such a good year, and the video is awesome too. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and wish you good luck in your own adventures into the elk woods.